December brings Christmas, September brings iPhones. All of us have gotten used to this cycle. On Tuesday, Apple unveiled their latest iPhone. It's called the iPhone 15. And what's the big headline? Well, there isn't one. There hasn't been a headline for a good 5 years, in fact. Yet, Apple is not slowing down. It is the most valuable company in the whole world, meaning they are doing something right. Let's try to understand what. We are looking at 5 questions tonight. Number 1, what's different about the iPhone 15? Nothing major, just small things. All models get a USB type charger. You also get brighter screens, better cameras. The high-end models come with a titanium frame, so more strength. One slightly notable difference is the action button. For this, you need to buy the Pro or the Pro Max models. But what does the button do? You may have seen this slider on the side of most iPhones. They put the device in silent mode. In the new models, that is gone. Instead of the slider, there is an action button. You can customize it the way you want, maybe to open the camera or to turn on the flashlight or start recording a voice note. Other than that, it's mostly the same, which raises the second question. How expensive is it? In the United States, the iPhone 15 has a base price of $799. The 14 was priced the same last year, so largely no price difference. But here in India, Apple has to answer some questions. Let me show you a comparison. We're looking at the price of Apple's top-end model, the iPhone 15 Pro Max. In India, it starts at 1,60,000 rupees. And abroad, much less, 99,000 rupees in the United States, 124,000 rupees, 1,24,000 rupees in Britain, 1,15,000 rupees in Dubai, and 1,20,000 rupees in Vietnam. So between India and Vietnam, there's a price difference of 40,000 rupees. That's around $500. With that money, you can go to Vietnam, buy the iPhone, and return. If you don't like Vietnam, then try Dubai. My point is, the prices do not make sense, especially when you realize some iPhones are now made in India. That's right. Apple supplier Foxconn has a plant in Tamil Nadu, and they make the new iPhone 15. They will hit the market along with the ones made in China. So common sense says they should be cheaper, no import taxes, lesser transport costs. So technically, made in India iPhones should be cheaper. Why aren't they? Well, only Apple can answer that question. Their CEO Tim Cook said he wants India's middle class to buy iPhones, but at these prices, well, good luck. Now to question number 3. How does Apple keep doing this? I mean, growth without innovation. How do they do it? After the iPhone 11, most models have been the same. You could argue that they're faster, they have better cameras, but those are not game-changing features, really. Yet Apple shares keep rising. When iPhone 11 came out, Apple was trading at around $50. That's $50 per share. And now it is $173 per share. What explains this growth? Apple's marketing. Most people don't think of the iPhone as just a phone. It's a status symbol. It's a luxury. At the same time, it's a lifestyle choice, what many call the Apple ecosystem. Some marketing experts have compared Apple to a religion or a cult. And the numbers prove this. Apple has a customer retention rate of 90%. 9 out of 10 customers stay with Apple. They swap their iPhone for another iPhone. I don't think even cults have 90% approval rating. And the Apple leadership knows this. Listen to CEO Tim Cook at yesterday's Apple event.
An iPhone impacts just about everything we do. They're with us all the time. And if you left either one at home, I bet you'd go back and get it.
Which brings us to question number 4. What next for Apple? Where are the challenges? Well, geopolitics is a big one. Apple is stuck between the United States and China now. Recent reports said government employees in China had been banned from using iPhones. At first, Beijing did not say anything, but today they broke their silence. China says there is no ban on purchase or use of iPhones, but they did flag some security issues.
China has not issued laws, regulations or policy documents that prohibit the purchase and use of foreign brand phones such as Apple's. But recently, we did notice a lot of media exposure of security incidents related to Apple's phones.
So no ban yet, but there could be one in the future. Politics aside, Apple's biggest challenge will be innovation. Consider AI, artificial intelligence. It is said to be the next big thing in technology. If Apple can harness that, it could be game-changing. And there is already talk of this. Reports say Apple is spending millions of dollars every day on AI, millions every day. Some of it is low-key, like using AI to improve existing features. For example, Siri. Apple says Siri is 25% more accurate because of AI. If they can build on this, great. If not, customers will get tired of this routine. New models, same features, and a huge price tag. This customer fatigue is already happening, in fact. It's our fifth and final question. What's happening to the smartphone market? Well, it's shrinking. Sales in 2023 are expected to be down by 6%. That's around 1.15 billion devices. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's actually the lowest in a decade. In the first quarter of 2023, around 294 million phones were sold. In the second quarter, 268 million phones. Sales are being dragged down by China. Despite that, Apple is the least affected. They sold 46 million phones in the first quarter. They sold 45 million in the second quarter. Apple today makes up 20% of the global market. Before the pandemic, it was 13%. So the company is doing something right. People know there is little or no innovation. People know they're paying too much. People also know that other phones are available, yet Apple's domination continues. I guess it is a cult.